being one of the areas we have most of our revenue, we are not leaving them behind. Maybe 65% of revenue comes from the port. So what we decided to do first is to install a digital weigh scale. This is its weigh scale, you can see. It's a digital scale. So that all the bulk cargoes that comes into the Gambia, like rice, sugar, flour, and cement, normally we do the charges based on their weight, tonnage, metric ton. So sometimes they go, what happens, the importers will just tell us, I brought in 20,000 metric ton, and that's what they pay. So you don't have any means to double check what they tell you is the truth or not. So, but with this now, every truck will pass through, and then we weigh everything until the consignment is finished.
And it's already operational.
It's already in operation. Already in operational. So that if you have any extra truck, we'll call you and say, you said this is what you have, but this is what is been proven that that is what is cost in the vessel. So you have to go and pay like this. Then again, that is for the bulk cargoes. Here, if you look at this, you also see pole here. These two poles are called the container detectors for containerized goods. That's the vessel. When they came from the vessel, they only need to pass through here. Here we set up computers there. Anything that passes will pick up the container number
and send to
and the details and send it directly to the Asikoda wall and the single window. So they will be counting instead of the traditional way of tallying. You know, we used to see that at the port, people will be tallying when the containers are going out. So now that you have something there, that will do that for you.
Oh, okay.
You know, we will tally it and send it to the system directly, and at the end, you know, by when the business is finished, you know the quantity of the containers that are discharged. And when we are doing the entry processing, it's based on that, you know, to be minusing, so that at the end you know exactly how many containers have come and how many have paid the duty. So these are all measures to make sure that we increase efficiency and minimize fraud that happen and the leakages. Now when you come over here, this is other side of the port again. This is the scanning area. You know, this container, that's the whole, this area is scanning. You can see all these things, they're all part of the scanning area. So the scanner that we have at the port is one of the best in Africa. Because it has, yeah, it's one of the best in Africa. It has two systems, one scanner. It has the fast motion, it has the slow motion, depending on the containers that comes in there. If the containers numbers are not that much, they will just put it on slow motion. They will just come and drive slowly and go. But where they have many containers, they want to avoid congestion. The drivers will just pass, and the scanner will capture everything.
And you understand that also it has the potential to interface with any other system that we are doing.
That's exactly. Yeah, because everything that we're doing is web-based. You know, the scanner system can interface with the Asikoda wall, with the single window and everything, and maybe other systems that we may have in the future. So this is now also correcting on the declaration. It's also correcting false declaration. It's also detecting illegal importations of items, security people. You know, in case you have, you know, arms and ammunition, with this scanner you can detect them, because they will show a picture where they will verify and then see this there. So with this kind of the scanner at the port, you have the security there is very, 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 very secure.
So in other words, it's not only doing the weighing and tonic, but you will even know the content of the goods.
Yes. The scanner, you know the content, because the penetration level is so high that it will show you the pictures, you analyze it, you see what is there. That is one of the essence, because the way we do the duty calculation, there are items that are 20%, there are items that are 5%, there are items that are 0%. And now we deal with client, and there's nobody's recording me here. We deal with people. Don't worry, you go ahead. You are part of us. Clearing and forwarding agents, they are very smart. They can take an item that is 0% and pay only VAT, and then put that in the declarations for you and say it is diaper, or it is this, or a paper, when it's something else. But with the scanner, when you put it there, if you declare diaper, they'll know that, they'll see that this is no diaper. This is something else. So because the person is trying to avoid the 20%, but he wants to get it to 0%. So because of that, the scanner, everybody try to correct yourself. So
they are also caught, not only that you will pay the duty, but you will also equally pay a penalty.
yes,
Okay, for the fraud.
exactly, for the fraud that you do. So now most of them are doing self-correction. Because you don't want to go there and then be caught and then you are in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, in the meeting, also when I'm finished, yeah, exactly.
So this is the scanning setup area, and this area is the weight bridge and the container detector.
And I also train to be able to analyze images.
Yeah, yeah.
For me, if you take me there, everything will pass without. But for them,
Yes.
they have been trained.
Yeah. How to analyze images? Yeah, yeah, exactly,
Okay.
exactly. So definitely, my teacher, we are trying very well.
There is huge
We are
improvement.
trying to digitalize a lot of all the processes that we are doing, and I think that is good for the country.
It's very good indeed, yeah.
Because you cannot imagine, years back, this country, the revenue will collect for the whole year will be around 2 billion. I was reading in my newspaper, I said it. Sirif Bojan said it to me yesterday. And when this GRA was on, the first month they scored 100 million. It was a celebration by everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
They put the picture of the former boss Kaba Tambaja, and then everybody thought, oh, GRA did 100 million, GRA did 100 million. Only one month. Now, a couple of years later, today we are collecting on average 2 billion a month.
Anymore.
One single month, not 1 billion, 2 billion on average. If you tell Kaba today, this is what we are doing, he said, no, you are crazy.
Yeah.
How can you have in Gambia 1 month, 2 billion? And all this is because of the system change we are doing. You look at this recent digitalization we are doing on all these accessible goods, right? The canned drinks, the alcohol, the water, flour, and all this thing. From January to end May, we are able to collect over 32 million. When we compare that to the same period last year, January to end May, they have only 3 million. Where is other 29 to 30 million? Where does it go? It means people were not declared correctly. And that is just a drop in the ocean. As we go along, we discover more and more. So that's why I advise all of you, everybody, that this digital stamp, nobody should buy any bottle without the stamp.
Okay.
Everybody, whatever, at home, at office, you should make sure that the stamp is there. Because if the stamp is there, means that you should be rest assured that that will be taxable. But if the stamp is not there, it means that you are just throwing your money. Somebody is just producing and they are taking the money. And we are extending that to fuel marking, because we know that people are also involved, cannibalizing fishing trawlers to fuel tankers. We caught people over here. They cannibalize. What I'm saying is the reality. A fishing trawler, they change it. They make it a fuel tanker and they come to Wafinjago at night. They go to Kerawan and other places, they offload and they take it to petrol stations. So because of that, we are now bringing a fuel market so that anything like that will detect it. And whoever is caught on that will be dealt with according to the law.
I think at some point we will also be because we are not reporting all our countries.
Yeah.
But the kind of decisions that we are doing
Yes.
in terms of smoke and everything else, we are not bringing to the public domain. At some point also, in business, there should be that confidential. Somebody can make a mistake today and then do something wrong, and then he is punished. But he will cease to do it again. But if the public society now, it becomes a stigma, and it might erode some confidence.
And finally, with the programs that we have with SIGPA is revenue assurance. That is the elephant in the house. What we are having now with the telecoms is they are paying excise tax on every phone call you make, every data that you use. And they are paying VAT every call that you make, every data you use. But ordinary human being, because this is in millions, ordinary human eye cannot calculate that. We don't have that capability. We tried, but we cannot. So we are now getting a system that Pura and SIGPA will use. More so Pura, they will have it attached to the systems that they have. And on a daily basis, it will be calculating that revenue that GRA should have. So for GRA, we are not even part of the corporation, but we'll just be given a window like this. At every given time, not even end of month, any day I come in, I will just try to find out how much do we collect from telecoms, and the system will indicate. Unlike what is happening now, end of month, you prepare, you give me a figure. What is the proof? Just like I was talking to them about the courts. A similar thing is happening. So end of the month, you said, oh, this is what I have to pay. You just pay. Now what happens? You don't know. I cannot accuse you something stealing if I don't cut you. So I still give you the benefit of the doubt that what you are doing is correct. But now with the revenue assurance system, we'll be sure of the money that we should have, we have it. And what is left, whoever, is your money, your profit, your whatever, is your money. So these are the line of thinking we are doing, and it's not limited to that. We really are doing a lot of other things. I don't want to take your time, but finally we are also on the rental income. You know that we charge people 8% for residential and 15% for commercial. But people like Lou may have 2-3 houses, and he's not paying. And you know, Lou may not be paying. Lou may not be paying the tax properly. But we have covered the whole Greater Banjul mapping. Now we are developing.
That was the exercise you were telling me.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. We did the mapping across the country. Particularly, we concentrate here, like Greater Banjul. And now they are developing the software so that we can sit down and pull your house, wherever it is, Bijulo or whatever, wherever loom is, we can pull the house and see how many people are there. Do they have, are they renting, or is the owner of the compound? So when we have facilities like that, it will force people to come and pay. Because you don't want to be disgraced.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So that also is a system that we are bringing, plus other things. I can explain till evening time. I want to stop here. Thank you. Thank you for visiting.
Yes, we also have to comment.
Yes, yes.
Thank you very much for this comprehensive overview.
Yes.
And we commend you for your leadership.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Again, talking about leadership, it is not measured or evaluated by the number of people that work under you, your employees, neither the edifice that you accommodate, but it is, past and present, evaluated on the systems, processes, and procedures that you are able to evolve and put in place. That gone you are, anyone who comes will be able to fit into that system.
Exactly.
But most importantly also for us, we are in a vigorous reform process. Be the judiciary, be what we belong to, the security sector. And the hallmark of reforms is what we saw here. We can only commend you and commend your team also, because again, no matter how good you are, without that teamwork, you will not
work.
arrive.
Yeah, it will not work.
So
Yes.
we appreciate this.
Thank you.
Thank you very
You have to
much.
say something.
You have to say something. Let's see. You have to say something.
I never knew this thing existed.
Yes, yes.
Most particularly when you said during Tampajan's time,
Yeah.
they are collecting 2 million per month.
Yeah, I know. Per year.
Per year.
Per year. About 2
And now-
billion.
2 billion.
2 billion per
And now
year.
that is for every month.
1 month.
One
Yes.
month in this
Yes.
during your time.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
During
Then
our
I
time,
we
yes.
congratulate you and your
Yes.
team.
Yes.
And then the rest as well. Definitely this is very pleasing to see
Yes.
happening in this country.
Yes.
Because it affects our economy.
Definitely,
You know,
yeah.
it's something that we have seen that is improving our economy now.
Yeah.
You know, GRA, you know, the people that are employed, the way you push in things. And you know, I don't like people, like in the UK, they don't like people who pay tax.
Ooh.
You understand?
No.
Nothing is small.
No.
I saw one old woman
Yes.
who was sentenced for 6 months for just paying not 50 pence. And she was 80 years, 50 pence for evading tax. You know, these are things that we have to take it seriously.
Yes, yeah.
We have to take it seriously, and you are doing extremely well. You know, it's systematic. You know, it's systematic. But slowly but surely. we'll be there. We'll be there. No doubt about it. I've been doing it for a long time. It's not now. It's not now.
This Africa, that's what I know.
Yeah.
This Africa,
All my students, they excel.
Okay.